Everybody, this is Julia, and I'll be talking about how I created my website and the reasoning behind why I made certain choices. First of all, the main objective or the problem I wanted to solve by creating this website was to communicate to the audience who I am as a designer, and I wanted them to understand the different kinds of experiences that I have offered to share. Um, this process really helped me in that it helped me organize the different thoughts I had inside my head as well, because it's been 6 weeks since I came to New York, and I had so many different opportunities, and I didn't have the time to sit down and organize the different kinds of thoughts that I had coming through my head, as well as the different kinds of places I've been to, as well as the various past experiences that I feel are relevant to what I'm studying right now. Anyways, let's get started. I'm going to start off by sharing the strategy that, or I guess the objective of the design of the website design. So, first of all, the user needs that I thought that had to be addressed was that well, I guess the questions that I want to answer was, does the person show attributes of a good instructional designer? So basically, this website should answer the question of whether or not this person has um, qualities of an instructional designer. And so I've included my background over here, my personal interests, and experiences that are relevant to this question. Another question that can be answered is, does the person have valuable experiences? And so, on a similar um, topic, I think I answered those questions as well. Also, in terms of measurable objectives that can be counted, I used, well, I'm thinking of using and tracking the number of clicks each audience or each person who comes to this web page interacts with. What I mean by that is depending on how the frequency of clicks that are linked um, to things such as these links over here sort of determine how interested the person is in seeing the content of the website. And so I think that will work as a good tracker in determining whether the information I'm delivering is actually persuading the audience and getting them engaged in the content that I have on the website. And also at the very bottom, I have this email feature that I've added, and I think this will be a very good measurable way to determine whether or not the website meets the objective, which is to have people interested in getting to know more about me and to, I guess, contact me at the very end. Moving on to the scope or the purpose, or I guess the specifications of this website. I've laid out different experiences over here. I do have a lot of dummy text and dummy images, but the basic idea here is to have images here along with descriptions. And the images here are supposed to effectively communicate the different various experiences that I have. Overall, in terms of structure, I think it's quite very simple and easy to follow through. The top starts off with a welcome message, along with an image of the designer, my name, and a very brief one-line bio. It's divided into these menus, these quick menus that will take them to the various places of the website, along with these very easy to identify big headings that easily communicate to the audience what kind of information I am trying to deliver. So back to the order: my name, my personal interests, education background, and the different experiences such as in education technology, pedagogy. So I was actually referring to my teaching experiences that I had, along with my graphic design experiences I had a long time ago. Um, in terms of interaction design, so the audience will navigate through my information by scrolling down. I've organized it so it starts off with a very general information about myself, such as my name, my interests, and it narrows down as you go down the page. So, education, experiences, blah, blah, blah. After the audience is done with going through my information and the various experiences I have, he or she can send me an email at the very end. So that's a very basic flow of how the audience will interact with the information on this page. In terms of trying to explore and experiment with the different types of classes and coding that, or I guess demonstrating the different types of coding that we've done in class, I've tried to, I guess, put into practice the different codes that I really enjoyed using. So, for instance, the one, something I've been working on here is a map. Now, when I was talking to Jin last week about the possibility of creating a map on my website, actually an interactive map, I realized that it would have been very difficult for me to create one because I do not have any knowledge of JavaScript. And so instead I decided to do this. Now, so if we can look at it like this, if I just clicked on that link. I don't know if you saw it, but let me go back. When I click on this link, ideally, it's going to link to a web page, but because this right now is on CodePen and it's not published as a real website, I'm just going to click it and it's going to link to the CodePen that I was working on. So here, I'm just going to change the view so we can see it as if it's a web page. Yeah, anyways, back to the map. So because I don't have knowledge of JavaScript, I decided I tried my best to have an interactive map. The main idea behind this was for me to create a map and locate the different parts of the city that I've been to. Now, with whatever knowledge I have so far, what I did was I divided the map into two separate images. It's not visually appealing as I thought it'd be because there's a really small space over here between the two images. But anyways, the basic idea has been is easy to. It has been. The basic idea is this. So once I move my cursor, well, here it says move your cursor across the map. Well, I guess the sentence that I wanted to complete was move it across the map to navigate around the city to see which parts I enjoyed going to. So if you move your cursor over here, it says the best part of the city. Now, because there's no JavaScript, it looks quite boring, but I think I did try my best to demonstrate this interactive action. Anyways, back to the page. As you navigate through the map, you can sort of cursor, like navigate and see which parts of the city I liked. In this case, it says the best part of the city is down here, so I really enjoy downtown New York versus Uptown. Below it, I've also included a video, an external source that sort of gives you an introduction of New York City. Anyway, so back to my main website. This is a very simple yet easy to follow website. Throughout this process, I was able to organize the different ideas I had in my head, as well as what I mean by that is the ideas I had, the experiences I had, and also my experience with coding as well. If I had the opportunity to further develop this or redo it, I think I would think more about the different interaction I can create between the website and the audience, because right now it's very minimal. So maybe if I have like a cursor that has an interactive feature to it, that'd be more interesting, as well as having certain words be highlighted or be enlarged as I move around the website. Ideally, I think this will be good in the sense that if I'm a recruiter and I'm looking at this instructional designer's website, I can sort of, because I don't have a lot of time, it'll be easier for me to sort of navigate through and determine whether this person really has or illustrates the keywords that I'm looking for. Anyways, thank you for listening to me. I sort of rambled on, but this is my website and I look forward to sharing about it more in class. Thank you.